What up, you guys? It's your boy James, and you watch my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews, where I'm here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. No, it ain't gonna happen in this video, but that's okay, y'all. It is what it is. We're still trying to make it do what it do. We trying to make it, get these videos out of the way. Belle Collective is another show that I fell behind on, so I'm gonna recap episodes 2 and 3 for season 4. Mrs. Best will not be joining me in this live as well. If you guys watch my Real Housewives of Potomac view, don't go there yet. Stay here and then go back and watch episode 3 recap. It was a very short one. I just got right to the point of what happened in the episode. And then I'll do the actual recap when Mrs. Best joins me in about an hour for Real Housewives of Potomac season 3, episode 4, because that was an explosive episode and I definitely want to get her input. But y'all, we're here to talk about Belle Collective season 4, episode 2 and 3. I'm not going to talk about everything because it was kind of one of those boring episodes, both 2 and 3. These were definitely fillers. So hopefully something more explosive happens with Bell Collective because it's really a snooze fest, y'all. Nothing much happened. So the episode actually opens up, episode 2, that is, with Letitia driving up to a house. And the house is actually designed for Marie and Essie's business. They're actually going to go ahead and house people who have disabilities. And I think this is a brilliant thing. I commend Marie and Essie both for tackling something that probably is, affecting all of America. So not Latrice, Letitia goes in and meets with her contractor. He shows her around. He actually did a really nice job compared to the pictures that they showed of the house before it was renovated. It was a very nice job. I love the colors and everything. So Letitia is impressed. Marie and Essie walk in, and they're impressed as well. The man did a really good job, and he excuses himself. And Marie says that she actually would like to invest in more homes and actually have about 500 acres throughout the world of homes that service to this kind of these people. So Essie decides to make the conversation now messy by talking to Letitia about did she confront Latrice. It seems like to me, and I could be alone in this one, it seems like to me that Marie is putting Essie up to try to start the mess and engage questions that involve Latrice so that way we won't call her obsessed. Marie, I see you. I see what you're doing. You putting Essie up to do this. You know we like Essie. You know we don't want to go in on Essie, but I will because this is now becoming obnoxious now. We do not care this much about Letitia holding Latrice accountable. We don't care this much. We don't know why you care this much, but Letitia, as always, falls for the bait and tells them, yeah, she came by the office and we had a conversation and it did not go well. And, Maria is just grinning, just smiling. And it's just like, oh my God, this cannot be how this season starts out. This cannot be because I'm trying to figure out once again, what exactly did Latrice do at this event that was so horrible that y'all are trying to embellish on calling her an alcoholic, calling her, ignorant and making these comments and things like that. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is the problem. Did people just bad feedback your event, Letitia? I'm trying to figure it out because it's not making any kind of sense when So at this point, they just say, hey, we'll just continue on to the business and you call me when you're ready for another property. So we end there. Latrice meets up with another, business one entrepreneur. I think her name was April. It was April, and guess what we're gonna call her. Mel is back. Melody, her publicist. I actually liked her the first season. I wish she would have became a cast member or at least replaced Dr. Antoinette because y'all know I love Dr. Antoinette. So the fact that she's not here kind of makes me sad. But Mel was the other friend of them both, and I actually enjoyed her. And Tamper comes by. Now, Latrice is basically asking them all to be panel speakers at an event that the local community college is hosting. And the ladies all agree to it. So they, come forward and say that they will definitely speak. Um, This then turns around to Latrice telling them about the conversation she had with Letitia at Letitia's business. And she pretty much says that, Letitia's trying to blame me for bad things happening at her events. And the other girls were all like smitten. And April says, you actually were the most memorable person there when you actually had the microphone. And as I said, I saw her speech and I saw what she said. And it really wasn't that bad. Like, it really wasn't. Do I feel that she could have used better word choices? Yes, but at the same time, this is an empowerment event. She's speaking to people who want to become entrepreneurs. We do need people who work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We do need those people, but at the same time, who doesn't want to aspire to better? So I didn't have a problem with what she said. I really didn't, y'all. So it then comes up to timbre in the conversation that Latrice is going out at. I guess it's Mad Day. So Latrice is going to go ahead and throw Letitia under the bus and say that it was actually her and Letitia and a couple of other members that wanted to ice Aikisha out and that they were going to put the blame on timbre. So Latrice immediately apologizes and says that, we know that it wasn't you. And I just want to let you know that it was the collective of those four. And Tamara feels slightly vindicated because she knew she didn't start it, even though I was one of the ones that says I feel like it was believable. That was believable to me. Like, I'm sorry, I know I don't give Tamara a lot of grace. I know that I don't. But the problem that I have with Tamara is there's something so inauthentic about her that it wasn't that far fetched for me to put that on her lap. So sorry, y'all. I did, but it is what it is. She didn't do it. God bless her. So moving forward, we go over to JJ Sophia Shantae's house, and JJ's mama comes in there and says, Shantae, my coffee not ready and everything. And at this point, Sophia Shantae So Gucci. That's So Gucci for y'all who do not know. I do not call her. I don't like calling her So Gucci. I'm gonna call her Sophia Shantae. So Sophia Shantae was like, JJ, get your mama. I'm not in the mood for this. I didn't cleaned up this house. I done did all this stuff. I'm not in the mood for your mama. And that's when the mama just went crazy. You have no respect. You got a good man. And I'm just looking at this mama like, oh my God. And you could tell that Sophia Shantae So Gucci is really trying not to disrespect this lady in her house. But the thing about it is, ma'am, you are a guest. Regardless of you moving in, you are still a guest. This is not your home. I don't know what you think this is. And I know a lot of people, because I was reading online when they were showing this scene, like a lot of people were like, the mama was doing too much. And then half of them was like, well, she needs to respect her elders. That is her mother in law. And listen, y'all, I get all of that. But at the same time, this is why parents should live with their adult children, because there is a level of control that parents have with kids that I feel like is to the kids' detriments when they become adults. And then when you move in with them, there's still a level of control that a lot of parents like to have, which I think is unhealthy. So I really feel like, yeah, the mama needed to go, and that's exactly what she did. She packed up her stuff and she like, I'm leaving, and that was it. And JJ just feels like he has to either make his wife happy or make his mama happy. He feels like he cannot do both. And I say, yes, you can. It is called separation and boundaries. Your mama need boundaries. Sorry, she does. You married. You don't need to have your mama in the house, JJ. I don't know why this is, you know, such a thing where we got to have mamas in the house, but hey, it is what it is. So moving forward from there, Latrice is throwing a nice party because she plans on retiring her mother, which I love this scene so much because Latrice was opening up about a story she said about her mother when it came to Latrice graduating college, that her mother sold her car so that Latrice could look nice and have a cap and graduation gown for her graduation. And that story hits home because it just shows that there's nothing that mother wouldn't do to see her daughter happy. So in the midst of this, Latrice said, I am going to retire my mother and I'm going to take sole responsibility. And she sends her mother to Vegas, which I thought was such a beautiful scene. Like, I just so happy that she was able to do that. So happy that she was able to accomplish it. So in the midst of the party, her and Cliff have a little sidebar. And he goes, "Well, where are Cliff and Letitia? Not Cliff. Well, where are Glenn and Letitia?" And she says, "Well, me and Tisha are not in a good place right now." And that hurt Cliff's little feelings because he goes, "Well, I like Glenn. Y'all need to get it out. We need to, hang out with them." And Latrice rolls her eyes and was like, "No, we're not doing all of that." So he goes, "Well, maybe we can ask them to dinner." But she kind of brushes that off. But little does she know that man has something up his sleeve. So moving forward from there, Tamber and Damon meet up, and they meet at a little baby store because they, are pregnant, and she doesn't know the sex yet. She did not want to know, and so she explains to him, or Damon explains to Tamber that he's already told his sister that she's pregnant, and she goes, "What? Why would you tell your sister? Like, I don't want no one knowing right now." And he goes, "Well, you told your sister." And she goes, "That's different. My sister is a nurse. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and tell her because she can help me through things I have questions on. You telling your sister is like telling your whole family, everybody going to know." And I think she had a point about that because overall, when it came down to it, a lot of vloggers had information that Tambra was in fact pregnant before she could actually announce it. So it is a catch 22 that, Tambra could have been right about how people found out, but, people are going to find out eventually. So they kind of leave it at there. And that was it. So the last scene, you guys, I want to talk about is, and this will end this live, is the dinner that Cliff and Glenn set up for Latrice and Letitia. So Glenn and Letitia get there first, and he pretty much tells her, "You look beautiful." Everybody's giving her all kind of pleasantries, and then lays the bomb on her. "Oh, we're having dinner with Latrice and Cliff tonight." And Letitia is so caught off guard. She was like, "Wait, what? No, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go." And he sits her down. He goes, "No, we're going to do this. We're going to deal with this." And then Cliff and Latrice walk in, and Latrice is just as shocked as Letitia. And she goes, "I didn't know he was doing a double date." And Latrice was like, "Neither did I. Like, what did I miss?" And pretty much remember, like, we're tired of y'all beefing and feuding. Like, we want to be able to do this and go out on couples dinners and everything. And the men excuse themselves and goes to the bar, leaving Letitia and Latrice to speak to each other. And that's where the episode cuts off. Now, where episode 3 comes in is they actually have the conversation. And pretty much from what this conversation was, is they talk about what happened at the event. And Letitia is steady on, "You've offended people at my event." And Latrice was all like, "I don't feel like I did. I just was coming in and you said I was drunk at your event and I wasn't in fact drunk. Now I had drinks at your event, but that was it." And so they pretty much have this moment to where when it comes to holding each other accountable, they need to speak with each other first. And they kind of, make up for this moment. And that was pretty much where they left things off at. Now, the next thing we talk about is Tamber and Aikisha meet up. So Tamber and Aikisha meet up and they pretty much, talk about where they are in their friendship. And what Aikisha said, "Where did we go wrong?" And Tamber was like, "Well, look, Latrice told me that Letitia and all the rest of the girls were behind that rumor of us wanting to ice you out and not keep you in the group text messages." And she was like, "Well, I could believe Letitia because she didn't want nothing to do with me." And she goes, "What else did Latrice say?" Pretty much apologize and everything. So what I'm getting amongst this is that they realize with each other that they have a lot of history with each other. And they shouldn't have allowed other women to come between us because their families know each other. And it was really refreshing to see that they meet up. And Aikisha goes, "I guess I'm going to lean on Tamra's side with this because I have the longest history with her." And then Aikisha throws in a little snippet. She goes, "Tambra, I noticed when they were at the rodeo that your voice sounded a little deeper." She goes, "Now, when I was pregnant with my babies, my voice got a lot deeper." And Aikisha said, "Tambra has this very screechy, high pitched voice." So I don't know. It just sounds like, a similar situation. Now, Tamra didn't deny it or confirm whether or not she was pregnant, but hey, they they both 55 having babies, so it is what it is with that one. But I'm sure Tambra gonna let the cat out the bag because she can't hold the secret in for too much longer. But speaking of Tambra, she goes on over to her people's houses and she has presents for all of them. And this is the special way that she decides to announce to her sister, cousins, friends, whoever else was in that room. They open their gifts and it says hi auntie or auntie on the little onesie, and everyone is crying, everybody is shocked. And Tamra does that. I said Tamra's laugh sound like an Azuzu trying to cold start, and I'm just saying that's what that laugh sounds like to me. So she laughs, everyone's happy for her, and we are happy for Tamra. We know to overcome having fibroid surgery and all of those things that really can take a toll. So we're happy for Tamra. We really are. We actually heard over the Thanksgiving break that she actually had her little girl. Big congratulations to Tambra. We really are happy for you. Moving on, Letitia is throwing an event for her book release. So I am also an author, so I can appreciate when someone else writes the books and publish it. Overall, the event, everyone is there, and including Josh, which is Latrice's friend from last season. He comes in with Tambra. I was shocked to see him because we haven't seen him all season. So we need to know what is the dynamic between Josh and Latrice now since the last season happened. Are y'all friends again? What's going on there? So Letitia reads an excerpt from her book. It didn't make sense. The sentences were all over the place. Now, I am a character's perspective writer. If you read either one of my books, I am telling the story based on the character's perspective in that chapter. It sounded like she was trying to do that, but didn't know how to formulate it right. So I don't plan to read the book, you guys, but if someone does read it, let me know how that book turns out because I'm actually really curious. So as the night goes on, Glenn stands up and makes his little speech, and he's actually going to go ahead and start his rap. And I'm just like, I want black men to aspire better. Not everybody's meant to do music. Some of us are meant to be scientists, some of us are meant to be chemists. And I know that that is true because we formulate substances very, very well. So I don't know why we can't parlay that into a business to create cures for some of these diseases. Just saying. But that was pretty much Bell Collective season 4, episode 2 and 3. They left us off with the cliffhanger, so we're gonna see more of this, as time goes on. So I am officially caught up with Bell Collective. We'll start resuming the episodes with me and Mrs. Best. We'll go ahead and conform. But that was it, you guys. I'm not gonna cover everything because there really wasn't much of nothing. Next episode looks like it's gonna be good. I cannot wait to see it. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Me and Mrs. Best will be going live in about 20 minutes to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and give our opinions on the whole Wendy and Aneka situation. So we hope to see you guys all there. Thank you so much for coming in. Like, comment, and subscribe. I do respond to all comments. At least I try to. If I don't get to you within the day, I do get to you within the week. Thank you guys. Bye bye.